talking about life with my child. CFing. Donger, is the summer in North America still cool? I miss you from afar. The seasons come and go, and before we know it, another year has passed. For 365 days and nights, your mother and I have missed you, my child. When I recall the past, waves of emotion stir in my heart. Your laughter and cheerful voice have always brought me endless joy. You have been an understanding and filial child since young. Except for that one time when you made me so upset that I tied you up on the kitchen beam in the backyard, a memory that still pains me. All the rest are beautiful memories. For this, I am grateful to you, my child, and I am also grateful to the greatest Creator for blessing me with such a wonderful child. Life passes in the blink of an eye, and before long, you have already grown up. The unforgettable times have flowed eastward like a river, never to return, leaving only cherished memories that I revisit again and again in the quiet of night. Do you still remember our trip by car to the Cape of Good Hope in South Africa, to Gaborone in Botswana, and to Victoria Falls in Zimbabwe? Those were marvelous and joyful days. Each time you sat in the passenger seat, gazing with curiosity and eagerness at the landscapes along the way, I felt so proud that I would sing folk songs from my hometown while driving. Of course, I couldn't sing as well as David Chang, but you would flatter me by saying, "Dad sings the best." Since you went to America alone at the age of 18, 6 years have passed, 6 years of blossoms blooming and fading. During those 6 years, your mother and I have begun to turn gray. Time is merciless, and life is full of regrets. I have often felt that I did not fulfill my duty as a father. Fortunately, you are so understanding and respectful that it eases some of my guilt. Otherwise, I would feel unworthy of being your father, unworthy of the title, and unworthy of life itself. The 6 years you studied in America were also the 6 years I devoted myself entirely to building Lifechanyuan. Because of that commitment, I had little time for correspondence with you. Just as you trusted me, I also trusted you. I entrusted you to the care of the Jehovah's Witnesses, and so I felt reassured, knowing that those who pursue the sun will not be lost in darkness. Facts have shown that my arrangement for your past 6 years was the right one, and you also chose the right path. In my last message to you, I posed the question, where did Cain's wife come from? Your reply showed thoughtfulness and insight, which is enough for me. My greatest fear is that you might become obsessed with religion and be led astray, ending up a fool. Those who are obsessed with religious activities are either madmen or fools, if not schemers and power seekers, then confused souls. Throughout history and across cultures, without exception, it has always been religious people who complicate and disorder what is simple and pure in life. Therefore, my first point is this: keep a proper distance from religion. Jehovah's Witnesses are pure and kind people. They are among the most civilized and well-mannered groups in humanity. I do not oppose your association with them, and so I did not strongly object to your becoming a Jehovah's Witness. However, you cannot remain at that level forever. You should climb toward higher realms of life and being, striving to move from the kingdom of necessity into the kingdom of freedom. Where is the kingdom of freedom? Wherever there are families, religions, political parties, or nations, there is no freedom. Those are all kingdoms of necessity, where true freedom cannot exist. Whom should one rely on in life? Rely only on the greatest Creator. The God I speak of is not the God of the Bible, but the one who is unique, formless, neutral, mysterious, just, merciful, transcendent over energy, and wise, the greatest Creator. This is the Heavenly Father, spoken of by Jesus, the Tathagata in Buddhism. If you want to drink water, you must go to the river. If you seek water in the desert, no matter how hard you labor or how fine your vessels are, the effort will be in vain. The God of the Bible is God, not the greatest Creator. He is like a department manager, not the general manager. Here is a story. A man once sought help from the general manager. Upon entering the company, he saw a group of people in a meeting. A man was speaking at the center of the stage, and the visitor assumed that must be the general manager. After the meeting, he nervously approached this man, offering everything he had and expressing his wishes. 2,000 years passed, yet his wish was still unfulfilled. So he searched again. This time, after careful observation and inquiry, he finally met the true general manager. When he explained his 2,000-year-old wish, the general manager did not console him but instead said, "You are truly foolish. The person you found before was only a department manager. A department manager has no power to grant your request. Foolish people can only reap foolish fruits." On the foundation of trusting the greatest creator, life should be about pursuing joy, happiness, and freedom. The greatest creator delights in joyful people. Heaven is prepared for those who are joyful. When you are happy every day, I am pleased. But if you are constantly gloomy, I become troubled. Where on this earth can we find joy and freedom? The answer lies in Lifechanyuan. You may continue to associate with the Jehovah's Witnesses, but ultimately, you should become a Chanyuan celestial. Although Lifechanyuan still lacks many things at present, its principles align with the way of the greatest creator. The ultimate freedom of life lies within the teachings of Lifechanyuan. You are now of marriageable age, but I hope you never marry, not even for your entire life. Marriage is a fishing hook baited with fragrance. Once you bite, you will be pulled away from the free ocean. To bite is easy, to break free is hard. But does not marrying mean you cannot enjoy life's happiness? No. On the contrary, only by not marrying can one enjoy the truest happiness of life, provided one becomes a Chanyuan celestial. Lifechanyuan is the true free kingdom that follows the way of the greatest creator. For the 6 million Jehovah's Witnesses, the only way out is to all become Chanyuan celestials. My child, do you know? All the Chanyuan celestials of Lifechanyuan are like children in my heart. Though this may sound improper, please forgive me, dear Chanyuan celestials. So you should come to this homeland, where you will find playful and sincere brothers and sisters. All of this is what I, as a father, hope for my son. Of course, you have your own wishes and the right to make your own choices. I will not interfere with your freedom. No matter what, whenever you need me, I will be by your side. A father's back exists for his child to climb on. The other day I asked you, may I publish your letter and my reply on the Lifechanyuan website? You have not responded yet, so I will take your silence as consent and trust one am not infringing on your rights. Your mother joins me in sending blessings to you. Forever loving you. Your dad. June 14, 2007.